All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back on this lovely Monday. What is today? Today's what, the 21st? All right. Yom Kippur is next week. All right, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you, George, Norman, Patrick, everybody. Welcome back. Everybody here. Daniel, everybody on the YouTube and Facebook Live. Welcome back. Looks like we're having a nice little correction in Nikola. CEO has obviously defrauded the investors and do too well. You know what? You'll feel so great. Feels so good to have a stock and selling it right at the highs at $90, which we did back in was that June, and now it's back to like 22. Is that like? Could you imagine like everybody trading the stock? How what a catastrophe this thing was. And you know it's crazy. It was like the biggest thing next to everyone was looking at the biggest competitor to Tesla. You know the truck is gorgeous. I was like this close to actually put a deposit on that truck too. I thought it was pretty cool. But listen, General Motors owns a piece of it, so somebody's getting affected. But anyway, nice little correction on this. That means that the stock's obviously going to be doing pretty well for us today because you know what? What do I always say? Unfortunately, catastrophes do make opportunities. It's just how it is, So this is what you get. It's awesome. Now we'll get a pretty nasty correction today. We're down about 580 points. Listen, I told you this last week. The market does not always likes to be one step ahead of the curve. And I mean, from what they're saying, it doesn't look like Congress is going to come out with a deal with the stimulus package, and they don't want to hear that. So listen, maybe the Democrats want to crush the market so the presidents get reelected. Maybe the Republicans are trying to get a deal because they don't want the market to crash. I mean, listen, the market does have a lot to affect when it comes to reelection. So I don't know. I could personally told you this. I told you this for the past month. Nothing's going to happen in 5 weeks. Nothing's going to happen. And now with when you have the Supreme Court Justice Ginsburg passed away this weekend. Unfortunately, she passed on my birthday too. It's one thing I'm always going to probably remember on my birthday, that one on Friday, of knowing that the most highest court person passed away on your day. It's like my brother's birthday was September 11th. What's September 11th, right? You're always going to remember that day. So anyway, that's throwing another big wrench into it because now they're going to rush the Supreme Court. So there's going to be a lot of chaos going on, and which is good because that helps us when it comes to trading. Remember, we are the same party, the party of making money, and that's trading the market. So we have a couple of good stocks that are making big moves. A couple of those things are taking some big hits. We'll talk a little bit about that too. All right. So anyway, before we do that and talk about Nikola and Kodak, I want to bring up Michael C in the trading room. Thanked me so much about Friday. We'll talk about Kodak, how I saved him a fortune on that one stock. But let's go talk about what happened on Friday, because there were a couple of stocks that did make some big moves. I want to talk about Workhorse, WKHS. The Workhorse was working like a horse. I mean, this thing is a really hard stock to day trade. Okay, let me just fix so you guys can see it better online. The hard stock to day trade when it comes to trading it, but it's been a fun stock. If you just hold on to it, stock is doing pretty well. It backed off. It's testing at the highs. Workhorse has just been doing incredible as a swing trade. Okay, we had a nice little push going into the after hours, going at the end of the day. It just moved really, really nicely, but you got to get it at those specific times, when to trade, when not to trade. What else we had? INO. INO is also doing really well again today. INO. INO was a really nice pop. You could see it went from $14.50 to $18. It moved up really nice up until 10 o'clock, up until like 1. Just a really nice stock. Did a couple of shakes, made a higher high, did a little bit of a Fausto flag right there. Boom, thing just took right off. Nice little move on the INO. That one did really well. And a blast from the past that we did really well is SAVA. That one also did pretty well. A couple of little nasty shakes here, but you can see the stock was a $3 stock, shot up all the way to a major resistance around $10, and that was game over right there. And you could see it when it hit the resistance levels back in January and in June, all bets are off. There was I think it was some ridiculous amount of shares are going to be sold right there at that resistance levels. And you know what? When you were in class, we in the trading room, we pointed that out. We're like, it's like a no-brainer. It's like, wow, this stuff really does work. And what are we talking about? We're talking about looking at the NASDAQ book viewer. Okay. Big orders. Now, this past week was a really busy week for us. I was actually on Metastock on Saturday. We hosted our own event here on Thursday. We had close to over 100 people that registered to come and find out and want to know the real truth about what's going on. Because, when you talk about those PowerPoints, they look great on paper, but if you did register, let me tell you, this is what's going to freak you out. If you, now that you're here, you start on Monday, you end up on Friday. If you want to continue, you talk to education advisor, hopefully get your appointment with me, book it sooner than later. But this is where we're going to have some fun. You need to understand how things go up and go down. I always tell everybody this. What's the number one thing people teach people how to trade? Support and resistance. How about this? Okay. I don't believe in support and resistance. Support and resistance means diddly squat. You know what it means? What you need to know? Buyers and sellers. A support is worthless if the buyer's not there. A resistance is worthless unless the seller's there. Okay. So you have to learn and know where the buyers and sellers are first before you could officially call it a support and resistance levels. And we talked about that on Thursday and Friday. And by the way, if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, you could always click on the bottom and register and get back into there. But you got to follow the money, because guess what? If you didn't know where that big buyer was on the SAVA, you would have been, look where you are now. Boom, right back down to 940. And you know what? You always want to salvage your profits. So that's basically what you guys missed on Friday. And over the past week, what else did we have last week? Some of you guys were pretty new. DraftKings, we killed it. DKNG. I actually have it as a swing trade right now. Stock has been doing great for us. What else did we have that did pretty well? We had the SVA and DraftKings. That was pretty much the good ones. Now let's talk about what's moving this morning. So we got it's Monday. Oh, before I do that, let me get to Michael's question. Okay. So I just want to share this with you. Michael put this in the trading room at 8 o'clock this morning. And let me just share this with you guys. Put that in the room so you guys can read it. Actually, I'll make an announcement on that so you guys can read it. All right. And let me put it here on YouTube. Okay. So here's one of our students. And he basically, you can read what he said. He goes, thank you for warning and taking the quick profit in Kodak on Friday morning PM. I picked up $1.30, total of 3 different positions in Kodak. So let's look at that Kodak trade. Okay. KODK. Okay. So you could see how that stock, was a big winner. We trade on Thursday. We trade on Friday. And you know what? If he held on to it, look where it is back down now to 10. It's been a fun stock to trade, but you got to know how to play the game, because it's not about, maybe it's going to go back to 60 again. Maybe, listen, this is all speculation. Okay. You take the money and you run. You can't go broke taking profits. That's what I always teach my students. All right. Because if you get greedy and cocky, guess what? Boom, you would have blew up your account. Making $1.30, which we try to teach you to do on an average of 1,000 shares, that's $1,300. That's over $300,000 a year. Who doesn't want that job? Okay. And guess what? You get to sleep over the weekend. You don't have to worry about it. That's right. Just take the money and run. We always teach that. World Meets Crypto on Facebook is saying that. So anyway, Michael, you know what? You're welcome, buddy. I'm glad you enjoy it. And that's the beauty about being part of a team. So you learn from other people's mistakes and you don't make those mistakes. And our goal is to teach you how to, prevent losers, not the winners. The winners take care of themselves. The losers we've got to worry about. So anyway, that stock's off the list. I mean, we could put Kodak on the watch list. It's been fun, but you got to be a little careful. It's taking a little bit of a hit right here. It's breaking lower lows. So with the big rally. So I want to keep an eye on Nikola. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Nikola, this is not a pharmaceutical stock, because we know pharmaceutical stocks don't come back, right? The CEO stepped down. You know what? That's okay. I mean, so usually sometimes these things do pick up. You could see here it was at 22 bucks this morning at 7 a.m. and it went up to almost 26. All right. So when I'm looking over here, though, this is the problem. I'm not really seeing that many big orders out there. I'm not getting any big iceberg orders. That's on my level 3. I'm going to check on my level 4. yeah, I'm not really seeing anything here. Not really seeing any big iceberg orders. I mean, there's a big guy right here. He's not on NASDAQ. He's probably on another ECN, but there's a 21,000 share buyer at 24.50. So that kind of explains, oh, shoot, he's been out there for a while, actually. He's been out there since about 8 o'clock this morning. You could see it hit there, boom, it went to 25. Hit there, went up. So remember that when you trade, you got to have the right tools, and it's something that we kind of talked about. Sometimes, just one book is not going to help you, which really didn't help us too much with this one. So we got to have multiple books, especially when I told you guys, especially the ones that came on Thursday and Saturday that are new here. When I said, listen, you thought the NASDAQ book view was good. Wait till you see level 4, blow your socks off. And you just basically had a little taste of it, but it'll be nice when we start getting into the market and start trading. But Nicolo's going to be on the watch list. Another one I want to keep an eye on is NTN. This stock came up on my watch list right here. Let me just do a scan and run a scan. Let me see what we got here. So yeah, this is what we got going on right here. So anyway, for some of you who use TradeStation, we kind of built our own scanners that scans the market, lets us know stocks that have big volume, big movement, big spikes, whatever it is. So we're always looking for things that have momentum. That's how you make money in trading, not sit there and just watching something. Oh, let's see what Tesla options are doing. Actually, Tesla options doing pretty well today. Actually, stock's doing pretty well. But let's look at what Apple's doing. But anyway, those are the stocks that are actually doing pretty well. I want to keep an eye on NTN. This stock, if you guys remember this stock, we traded it not too long ago. Once again, this stock went from $3 to $7. It was a great short squeeze. Hopefully today's the same day. Maybe it's another short squeeze day. I love short squeezes. We always have fun on stocks like that. What else we got going on here that's moving? So we got that one. We got Kodak. Okay. And what else we have? Oh, so I don't know what's going on. All the cruise stocks are getting smacked. They're getting all hit pretty hard. So looks like good shorts on these things started to trend down a little bit. You have that one. You got Royal Caribbean taking a big hit. Look at that gap down from 66 down to 62. All of them. I guess they made a big announcement that they're starting to lay off. I mean, what do you expect? Did you not think that was going to happen? Listen, last week, Carnival Cruise Line said they had to sell some ships off. Not doing too well. Not doing too well. Listen, they're in the cruise business. They're not cruising. And who knows when they're going to cruise. Actually, I think they said Carnival Cruise had one cruise ship that was running in Europe. I mean, they have to run. You know what should cost just to keep the thing docked? You know what I mean? They just don't just shut off the engines and say, okay, we're docked and shut the lights off. They got staff. They got everything. So it's not so big surprise. But eventually they'll come back. But I'm still a fan. People flying. Airlines doing pretty well. Taking a little bit of a hit today, due to we're traveling, but still a fan with the airlines. I think airlines are going to come back. Listen, I'm already booking my trip over the summer. I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. I'm going to be going to, Italy. I'm going to go to Greece. I'm going with the families. We're going to have a fun time. So hopefully the coronavirus is going to be done by then. But I mean, I think people are eventually just fed up. I mean, if the virus comes out like they said they're going to come out this month or next month, I mean, believe me, everyone's going to start worrying about traveling. I think that's going to make a big, big push. Anything I'm missing, I did not call out. Banks, airlines, cruise stocks, and energy stocks, Norman's saying. Yeah, I know the bank stocks also taking a big hit. You can see JP Morgan. They're actually talking about it right now on TV. JP Morgan's taking a little bit of a hit too. Listen, they're all market. What do you expect? The market's down almost 600 points. Okay. And by the way, get used to it. Get used to it. I actually sold some of my on Friday. It was Thursday. Thursday I sold some of my CSQ that I had out of my CSQ. I sold it on Thursday. So it started coming back down a little bit. I didn't like it. I want to take some profits. I got my dividend check. So, but I'll just buy it back cheaper. You know what I mean? I was getting a little bit nervous. And, I kind of went a little, I got a little bit more in DraftKings. I'm taking a loss on DraftKings right now, my swing trades, but we'll see it. Listen, sports are back. So looking forward to that. Royal Caribbean dropped in the pre-market after industry panels submitted proposal for heightened health protocols for disease control, preventing. Okay, so that's what the news is. All right, let me just share that there. So that's basically what the news that we got on it. Beautiful. All right. Well, I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. It's going to be pretty hectic when it comes to, you know what? Personally, what I think it is, listen, if you really want to go cruise shopping, you want to go on a cruise, you get tested, you get certified, okay? And you do the rapid test again, and you should be able to cruise. I think everyone's be fine. If you're tested, you clear, and you quarantined, and, you know, if you really want to go on that ship, I mean, I think people will go out of their way and do what they got to do, you know? I can't promise everyone. I know there's always going to be that 1% person that's going to pull a game, but I guess that one person could really screw things up. So I guess that's what they're worried about. But anyway, I don't want to babble along here. I want to get ready for the open. Listen, it is Monday. We all know how to trade on Mondays. It's not the greatest morning, even though we're having a little bit of a correction right now. But when it comes to trading on a Monday, just be very careful. Don't get cocky. Remember, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are our best days. Friday afternoons, Monday afternoons get a little bit better. Let's get the smoke get clear. Let's see how everyone's going to react to the market. Don't jump into anything crazy yet. And, you know, we got a couple of these stocks that are doing pretty decent. We'll just sit there. We'll sit back and we'll just watch them, how they trade. NKLA. Just want to keep an eye on that Nikola trade. That looks pretty fun. That's going to be trade. Now, anything I'm missing that I did not call out? Anything I'm missing? Leo says the AMPE just spiked. Yeah, that one. It is a penny stock, though. You know, so you got to be careful of that. All right. You can see you got no level 3 orders over there on the right. So you want to be careful of that. All right. So before we go, if you're new here to CyberTrade University and you start your trial today, listen, please, I'm going to repeat this. Do not buy anything that we trade. Okay. You're here to watch and see the real truth about how people trade and see why we've been in business for 25 years and see why we're the leading school in the industry. So you want to see if other people make money. Don't count my money, you count theirs. So just sit back and watch, learn what's going on, and then do it, you know, and see if it's for you or not. And make sure you talk to education advisor. And then cyber traders, if you know, like everybody else, you see something, you say something. It's all about a team effort. We're here to make money together. And if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, if you want to be happy to come and join us, you're more than welcome to. Click on the bottom, like us, friend us, and just do a $9 trial. See what it's all about. And like I said, if you're not happy, we'll give you $9 at the end of the week. All right. So good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Let's make some money. We'll see you back here at 2:30 for the afternoon.